Here on our DraftKings desk, we are so happy to welcome in our Tennis Channel colleague, Chris Eubanks, after the biggest win of your life, first top 15 win, first third round at a major. You beat the #1 Brit on court 1 at Wimbledon. You've now had about an hour, maybe a little more to think about it. What's going through your mind now?
Wide range of emotions. I think a little bit of disbelief, a little bit of excitement, because, like I said, this is the reasons we play tennis. So and I've said it even post-match. I said there are many really, really good tennis players to play pro tennis and never get a chance to play the #1 Brit here at Wimbledon. Like that's a pretty special thing. And to do it with an atmosphere like that, and then to be able to win makes it even more special. So it's been a lot. Haven't really had time to process it all just yet. I think I'm on the schedule tomorrow, so I'm going to hopefully try not to process it for these next few hours and just try to lock back in and get ready to play tomorrow. But all in all, it's a really good feeling, and I'm excited.
Okay, so turn back the hands of time. You and I are in River Oaks, 2018, and you're talking about how hard you're working, had all this great advice, and you're saying, I'm just really struggling to find out what I need to do, what I need to be, what my identity is. Clearly you found it, and it's blossomed now. What's been the key to finding it and believing it at this level?
I think being a lot more diligent and doing a lot of the minute details that don't seem to be as important, like getting your protein in 15 minutes after your match or your workout, making sure you get enough sleep, making sure you're getting a good warm-up and cool down, and making sure you're seeing the physio as much as possible, even if nothing feels wrong. Those are the things that I've really tried to do a good job of in this past year. And I think they've paid some serious dividends. But also, it's funny you mentioned that. In 2019 in Acapulco, I was having a practice with Isner. And I was talking to him, and I said, I'm feeling really frustrated again because I feel like, my game is, I have, the weapons to be able to have a run or be able to move up the rankings, but it's just not happening. And John just kind of sat there. He said, for taller guys with bigger games, sometimes it just takes a little bit more time. He said, I was like, yeah, but you came out of college, you burst into the scene. Next thing I know, you're 50 in the world, like right out. He goes, yeah, he goes, I'm a bit of an anomaly. But for taller guys, you have to grow into your body. You have to figure out when to push on the aggressive side, when to pull back. And you can only get that with experience. He said, so don't worry, you're going to be fine. Things are going to work out. Just keep doing what you're doing. And sure enough, we had 3 years later, 4 years later, actually, things are finally starting to fall into place.
Yeah, it's been fun for us to watch. And obviously, we've seen a bunch of the years. We've seen you go through the challengers. And this year, big splash in Miami. And then you win again in Mallorca coming into here. How are you sustaining the high while still concentrating on the moment, particularly with the big win in Mallorca? Any title's a great title. Then you come to Wimbledon. How do you sustain the high but still live in the moment of Wimbledon?
I think it actually worked to my benefit that, we played the final on Saturday, and I had to hop on the flight that night to get here to start preparing on Sunday. I haven't really had time to take a step back and process everything, to digest. I have a title. I have an ATP title, not an ATP Challenger title. I have an ATP Tour, ATP 250 title. So haven't really had the time. Right now, I'm kind of happy that I don't really have the time. I'm right back on court tomorrow, going to go out there and give it my all in the third round, and we're just going to see what it takes me, man. I've been having a really, really good time, been enjoying myself on court and off, and things have just been kind of working and falling into place, and I've been really, really happy with it.
We've been enjoying watching that rise. I mean, last year at this time, 159, now career high, 40 in the world. You've always been a big cheerleader for other players on tour that have had great success, whether it's Naomi Osaka, Coco Gauff, Ben Shelton. What's their reaction been like to your success now?
It's been cool. It's like a little bit of role reversal because, those everybody you name, they've done some incredible things in the sport of tennis, and I'd like to be able to just kind of sit there and support them and be their cheerleader. So for things to kind of be different right now, it feels a little weird, but it's cool. It's something that I think every tennis player wants to experience. They want to have, be able to put together a run. I don't want to say run, but some good quality matches and big moments at big stages. I've been able to do that, and I'm hoping, I can continue to hear from them and they can continue to shout me out, because that means I'm still doing some really good things here.
Well, keep up the good work. We are cheering you on the entire way. Hope to see you back here on the desk again. Best of luck going forward, Chris.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Great effort.
Thanks, Paul.
Chris Eubanks.